Yeah, the hair is very busted, but it's not about the hair today, people. It's not about the hair. It's all about the skin. Hello there! Today we're going to be looking at another affordable skincare brand, and this time it's going to be one of my favorites in the drugstore, Essence. So you may know that Essence is a very affordable drugstore brand that does makeup and nail stuff and a lot of stuff all together, but recently they came out with a skincare line within their Hello Good Stuff range, and they were just adding and adding and adding more products. And of course I was curious because I really like them as a brand and I do like some of their products a lot. So I was thinking, what if the skincare is actually good? Similar thoughts to what I had with Catrice, if you haven't seen that one. So I decided to pick up some of the stuff, and I really wanted to see how these products are and if they're any good. So I've been using majority of these for a couple months. Some of these are new because I already managed to use up the previous packaging of them I had. I have some thoughts to share with you, some information about the products. We're gonna have swatches, we're gonna have face application. I'm gonna talk you all through this so you know if you can actually take advantage of these very affordable products and if they could be any good in your own skincare routine. I have a whole bowl of stuff. First, let's look at some facts in general. So as I said, majority of these products is from the Hello Good Stuff range, which is a range of products that's supposed to have a very high percentage of natural ingredients. Everything in this range is fragranced, except for one of the products. Everything has fragrance in it, which can be an issue for you if you have very sensitive skin or if you know for a fact that your skin reacts poorly to fragrance. My skin is not that sensitive. It's kind of dry, dehydrated, normal, so I don't really have problems with any like hypersensitivity. If there's something my skin really doesn't like, it's going to react. Otherwise, I don't really have problems with many products altogether. And one thing I really appreciate about all of these products is the textures. If you remember the Catrice video, we kind of had the other problem. I kind of liked the product, but the textures were just not it at all for me. Which is kind of surprising because I feel like Essence and Catrice are kind of like, you know, like one company basically. I'm kind of surprised that, you know, they put some stuff into one of the skincare lines and not into the other. So let's look at all of these products. Let's see what we have here. So let's start off with the face mist. We have two, both from the Hello Good Stuff range. The original, the older one, which came out with like the first launch of this range, is the 3-in-1 face mist, which is supposed to hydrate, fix, and refresh, and it has watermelon extract. You can see the packaging is very standard. You just have a mist. The mist is actually quite fine, and I really like that. And you get 50 milliliters of product, so it's not the largest mist ever, but it's actually quite decently sized and easy to travel with. I quite enjoy watermelon scented products altogether, so I quite like it. I used to use it as a makeup setting spray as well. It gives you like a nice dewy finish. It has glycerin, it has the watermelon extract quite high up at the ingredients list, so you know, it's actually there. It's really not just scented, and it is quite lightweight. It doesn't really feel sticky or heavy, and it still gives you like the nice glow and dewiness, which is, I think, very nice. But I didn't really find any difference when I was wearing this as my setting spray when it comes to longevity of my makeup, so I wouldn't really recommend using it for that. But it's a very nice mist to use kind of like in between your skincare steps, in the morning, when it's summer and you want to refresh the face a little bit. I would say those are some use cases that are a little bit better for this product than using it as, you know, a full-on makeup setting spray. Okay, now the second mist is actually the herbal face mist, which is supposed to be calming, clearing with chamomile, green tea, and tea tree. So this one is a little bit different altogether. Except for those three ingredients, it also has glycerin and allantoin, so it's really supposed to be more like calming and clearing, just as it says, which is great. It is supposed to be soothing, it's antibacterial thanks to the tea tree, so if you have a little bit more acne prone skin and you're not really into that like dewy look, I would avoid this one and just go straight for the herbal mist. I actually prefer this one in my skincare routine for sure now. I just find it very nice. It feels a little bit more lightweight because it doesn't have that much like stickiness and the dewiness in it. Yeah, and because it's a little bit less dewy and everything, it's also a little bit more lightweight. So if you're more acne prone skin, I would definitely go for this one. But yeah, I actually quite like them both. I feel like the spray on this is nice. It's overall just like a nice product and it's quite affordable. Those are the mists. Some people don't really know when to use them, but I feel like I have so many face mists and I always find a way to use them. Like, no matter what, I'll be always spraying something on my face. Now let's move on to the serum category. We have 3 face serums, which is, I mean, a decent amount, I guess. Yeah, I think all of them are kind of focused on that hydration. I'm gonna start with this one, again, the one which was in the original launch. And this is the Hello Good Stuff face serum, which is supposed to hydrate and give you glow, and it has pineapple extract in it. All the serums have the same packaging, 30 milliliters glass bottle, one of these little pipettes. So very simple packaging, nothing to be, annoyed by, I guess. It's actually quite a nice serum. It is a tiny bit sticky, but it hydrates really well in my opinion. This is my 3rd one. And it's pretty much brand new. I think I used it just a couple of times. I do quite like it. It does make your skin quite glowy, but it is a little bit thicker than like your super average thin hyaluronic acid serums. So you can kind of feel it on your skin a little bit if you're not into that, glow and dewiness again, similar to the mist. I would skip on that, but I don't really mind it because my skin is a little bit more dry. It does contain the pineapple extract like super high up. It's like the 2nd ingredient. So again, it's really there. We have glycerin, panthenol, hyaluronic acid, and also zinc, which are some very nice ingredients for your skin as well. So this is really just a nice hydrating, soothing, slightly sticky, giving you glow serum. This actually smells nice. It smells like the white Haribo bears, the ones that are, pineapple. So I don't really mind that. I quite like the scent and I do quite like the texture. I do not mind a little bit stickier hydrating serum though. It's just like a little bit glowy and you can like see it there, but it's not really like thick and like glue. No, not at all. In this price range, for sure, like really good. Okay, let's move on to this one. This, of course, the color. Oh my god, the blue color of anything just gets me. Give it blue color and call it a blueberry something and I'm gonna want it no matter what. So this is the Hello Good Stuff Primer Serum, which is supposed to be hydrating, plumping, and it contains blueberry extract and squalane. So this is also a hydrating serum, but slightly differently based. This is supposed to be used as a serum or as a makeup primer. Not my favorite for that purpose, to be honest, but as a serum, I do really like it. This one also has the blueberry extract very high up in the ingredients list, which means that it's not just some kind of gimmick at the bottom. Then it has glycerin, it has squalane, and it has a bunch of molecular sizes of hyaluronic acid, and then it also has vitamin E. It is slightly different in texture compared to the pineapple serum. This one is like a little bit more almost smooth and it feels different. It's not as sticky. Maybe you're gonna see it in the clip that it's not exactly the same texture. This one feels almost a little bit more like silky to me, even though it doesn't have any silicones in it. This one is a little bit less glowy, a little bit less there, and a little bit more lightweight in my opinion. Now let's look at the 3rd and the final serum we have, which is the Essence Fresh and Fit Vitamin Balm Face Serum with B5 and niacinamide. This came out with one of their newer foundations, I believe, and this one is supposed to be hydrating and smoothing. I do like niacinamide in my routine quite a lot. It helps even out the skin tone, control sebum production, it's kind of making you brighter over time. It really makes my skin very even. When I use it regularly, which I do all the time, then I feel like it really makes my skin nice, glowy, very even and very smooth. And it also helps with appearance of pores ever so slightly. I just really like it. It's one of my favorite ingredients. So of course I was drawn to this. Now this serum, as I already said, it has vitamin B5, it has niacinamide, but also glycerin, panthenol, which is like a calming ingredient, vitamin E, sunflower seed oil, and hyaluronic acid as well. So if you're looking for a serum that's going to be hydrating but also has niacinamide and some other beneficial ingredients in it, this is like a nice one and done. It smells very fruity. It kind of reminds me of like a banana-ish smell, but not really. And I do quite like it. Again, it has like a nice slippy texture. It's a little bit more glowy than the blueberry serum, I think. But they're all very thin, and I feel like you can just get away with using any of them, really, for anything. Yeah, this one I do really like the ingredients and I have been using it quite a bit. I must say it's nice. It is plumping. It does make your skin like nice and bouncy because it's hydrating, but also still kind of keeps that even skin tone through the weeks. And yeah, I mean, it's a very nice serum. With their serums, they went kind of basic, I would say, because we have a lot of hydrating ingredients, calming ingredients, niacinamide. Nothing really that would be going out of the way too much. We have no actives, we have no like strong anti-aging things like that. But that's maybe Essence is in general, targeted towards a little bit younger audiences, so that's fine. And honestly, if you're looking for a good affordable hyaluronic acid serum, you could take any one of these. Like, I honestly feel like These are perfectly fine as long as you don't mind the fragrance in them. So if I were to tell you what to take when, then this one definitely, if you want the benefit of the niacinamide, this one I would go for if you're looking for something very lightweight. You like squalane in your routine. I know that some people with more oily skin really like that as their main hydrator. And if you want something like really lightweight and not that glowy, and I would go for this one if you really want that glow and that like plump and kind of tiny bit sticky feeling. Those are the serums. Simple, good textures, not too heavy. They combine very well with different serums. That's what's most important for me. You know, if I have one product that's good but it doesn't play well with the others, I'm probably not going to use it that much because I just really need it to fit into my routine, and my routine is usually not 3 products. Now, let's look at what else do we have here. Oh, we have a tiny bit of eye care. So this is one of the newer additions to the range, and this is the Hello Good Stuff Depuff Eye Serum with caffeine, vegan collagen, and hyaluron. I like a good eye serum or like eye cream. It comes in a tube, 50 milliliters, so it's kind of like a standard packaging for any eye serum. It is clear, it is gel, and it's very lightweight. I don't like that the tube is leaking a little bit. Otherwise, I think this is a very nice product, especially if you're looking for something incredibly lightweight and just, you know, slightly hydrating, nothing too dramatic, no retinol and stuff like that. This is like a good product to get into eye care, I feel like. So what do we have in it? As it already said, as the packaging says, you have caffeine, which is kind of, you know, reducing the dark circles and everything, bringing the under eyes a little bit more to life. Sure. Why not? That's in most eye creams, really. Then we have the vegan collagen, which is a nice anti-aging ingredient, so it's supposed to help a little bit with any fine lines and stuff like that, which is also, you know, fair concern. Then we have hyaluronic acid, again, you know, hydrating, plumping. And then we have cucumber juice and glycerin. Of course, glycerin, again, it's a humectant, so it's going to help hydrate the under eyes. And the cucumber juice, I think it's kind of just like a nice soothing-ish ingredient, I think. Yeah, so overall, you have like a nice lightweight gel that absorbs very quickly, so it's not going to sit under your eyes and act weird under makeup. Actually, I would say this type of product is the best if you want to wear a concealer on top or something else, because it's very lightweight, it's going to sink in very fast, and it's not going to mess up the formula of anything, which I think is like one of the most important things. So this is not really something I would go for at nighttime, maybe as like a first product, and then I would put something a little bit more heavy on top. But this is something I would definitely go for like on the daily basis in the morning when I know I need something to sink in quick so I can work, or that I can put on makeup and go to work. So I would definitely recommend if you're getting into eye care, I think products like this are perfect to start off. Okay, so now let's go over like the moisturizer-ish section. I'm going to start off with this one because it's more like an honorable mention than really part of the skincare family from Essence. But this is the Prime Plus Studio Multi-Action Protecting Primer, which is now on the ground with SPF 15. Why am I talking about this? Because SPF, of course. Even though it is just SPF 15, I still think it is nice to have some added protection in your primer. And I also mention it because it's probably one of the best SPFs I've seen in the drugstore when it comes to like primer form. It comes in a tube, it has 30 milliliters of product, but what is really great about it is the texture. This is like almost Korean style SPF, which is amazing. So it doesn't irritate my eyes, it doesn't sting like SPF, it works really well. It does have a little bit of white cast because it is mineral UV filter, so it's not chemical sunscreen, it's a mineral sunscreen. But considering that it's a mineral sunscreen, there's like no white cast at all. Like, it's a great formula in my opinion. So if you're looking for something to add into your makeup routine to add a little bit more protection, or if you're one of those sinners who don't really wear SPF, at least try this, at least something. Yeah, and the texture is very impressive. That's why I'm mentioning this, because I really think this is like a great leap in the area of drugstore and SPFs. And now let's look at real moisturizers, shall we? So I'm gonna start off with this one. Again, it's one of the OGs. The packaging is a little bit weird. They basically just took the serum packaging and just snapped pump on the top. This is the Milky Face Moisturizer, which is calming and hydrating with turmeric. When I tell you that I loved this moisturizer to death, I did. Like, I was using this on the daily until recently, basically. I have like this much left. This is such unique product, such a unique moisturizer formula. I really, really like it. You know, like these milky serums like Fourth Ray Beauty makes, something like that, but in a moisturizer. So good. So what do we have here? Of course, as the packaging says, We have turmeric, but we also have glycerin. We have oat seed water, which is like a super widely spread ingredient these days in like lightweight moisturizers. We also have panthenol, we have sunflower seed oil, then we have allantoin and panthenol. So this is really like a calming and hydrating moisturizer. I mean, they really nailed it with the names. They're just saying exactly what's in there. Yeah, so really this is what you're getting. You're getting 30 milliliters of nice calming and hydrating moisturizer. But what I like the most about it is the texture. It's really like a thick milk and it spreads like very thin. It absorbs very quickly, but it's just such a nice and like pleasant texture to put on your face. It feels very good and like very nice and soothing. It's really nice moisturizer. I don't have many things like this in my collection. I don't even know what to like compare it to, really. And then we have the last moisturizer, which is the Cica face cream, soothing and moisturizing with Centella asiatica extract. Again, this one comes in a tube. It's the same packaging to the primers. You have 30 milliliters of product, and yeah, Centella, you know, it gets a little bit of a skincare buzz. I mean, a lot of it, which is good because it's a good ingredient. It's very calming, it's soothing to the skin, it's great. And this is supposed to be a little bit like a primer moisturizer hybrid. So inside we have centella, glycerin, aloe. There's also reddish root ferment filtrate, which is like, damn, some heavy K beauty ingredient list. And then we have shea butter and some probiotics and yeast extract and also beta glucan. So really they went all in on these like Asian ingredients. Like this is stuff that I have listed in my K beauty product. So I really feel like they took great inspiration there, but for me they totally missed it. This just doesn't play well with anything. All the previous products I mentioned work great as like team players with anything in my routine, but this, like, I just haven't found SPF that works with this. Everything is balling up with it, no matter how little or how much I use, no matter what I use it with. It's very annoying and frustrating because I really wanted to like it. I'm sorry, but the shea butter in this formula makes zero sense to me because based on the ingredients, this is not supposed to be like a super heavy, thick cream, is it? Like, I don't understand the need for the shea butter there. I feel like this would be a much nicer daily moisturizer if you could have it like lighter. You don't need it to be that creamy. In my opinion, this is just like a missed opportunity because this is a really good cream. For me, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work with anything. And I'm very frustrated by that. And it happened to me so many times that I wanted to use it and I did and it was fine. And then in like minutes, it started just peeling up everywhere. No, just no. I tried so many different routines, different combinations of products, everything. I just can't figure it out. I'm sorry. This is a whiff for me. But if you have dry skin, I wouldn't put this on oily skin just thanks to the shea butter. But if you have dry skin, this might work for you. I mean, just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean that it's not going to work for anyone. But me personally, I was disappointed by this because it sounds so good, but my skin just really doesn't like the shea butter. Or there's something else in it, some other combination of stuff that just doesn't work. Honestly, I'm not sure what else could it be. It didn't need the shea butter. It could have been a little bit more lightweight and it would be the perfect moisturizer in my opinion. And off we go to the last two categories. So now let's look at face masks. We technically have two, but not really. There was the Hello Good Stuff face mask, calming regenerating with cucumber water, which I still have the packaging of, but there's hair gel in it, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And then we have the Hello Good Stuff sleeping mask, which hydrates skin overnight with relaxing lavender. Story time. This cucumber mask literally tried to burn off my skin. I don't really remember how it was 100%, but I remember that I bought it because I got very excited for the first launch of this line. I bought it, I put it on my face when I got home. I'm telling you, I've never had this bad of allergic reaction to anything ever on my face. I was like red, bumpy, and it was fucking burning, like incredibly burning. I was like very mad at this. And I kept the tub because I found it kind of convenient. And I just dumped it out in the toilet and I was like, no, I never want to see this again. And then sometime after that, I saw a post on their Instagram being like, oh, how do you like our line? And I was scrolling through the comments, looking for some comments on this mask. And I actually found a lot of people who also had a very bad reaction to this. And I feel like they don't sell it anymore, which is good in my opinion. I couldn't find why. I was looking at the ingredients and honestly, I didn't really find anything that would be like super irritant or something. Yeah, like there's lactic acid and citric acid at the very end of the ingredients list. And I'm like used to lactic acid quite a lot, so I don't see that being a problem. Maybe some combination of the ingredients, but honestly, I've never felt that bad after using anything. Like I was furious. So I was very displeased with this. Therefore, I'm not going to be showing you any swatches, anything. I don't have it anymore. I just have the container. But yeah, that one I would definitely not recommend. If you're thinking about buying it, just don't. So now let's look at the other one, which I actually can use, and this one doesn't try to burn my face off. You know, lavender is nice. I'm not the biggest fan of it. This smells very much like lavender. Like, this is heavy lavender feel. It's actually a nice mask. It's definitely hydrating, and it's quite lightweight for a face mask. And it does contain lavender oil, of course. Then we also have glycerin, we have squalane as the hydrator, vitamin E, and jojoba seed oil. So really we had some nice, what it's called, it's like skin identical ingredients that are supposed to be very hydrating. So even if you have oily skin, this could probably be for you. Like, if you don't mind the lavender, it's fine. It's a nice mask. It's not too thick. It is one of those that you apply and they kind of absorb over time, so you're not going to wake up in the morning with a layer over your face. The chances are it's probably going to be gone. And I would recommend this if you want to try a night mask. It's, again, very simple, very straightforward. It's just hydrating. That's it. You know, you have some nice hydrators. It's kind of calming. You get the lavender, so some people use like lavender sprays to sleep better, so you kind of get that effect as well, which is nice, I guess. And also for the price, I think this is like a good starting point if you want to get into some sleeping masks. Our last category is lip products. I feel like I had way more over the years, but those are the two that I'm currently kind of like finishing up. They're both from the Lip Care Booster line. And initially I didn't really want to include them, but I thought, you know what, in the Catrice video I also had some lip care, so it's only fair to, you know, talk about these as well. Now we have a lip serum and we have a lip butter. So the serum is actually very nice. It does have 10% of peach oil in it. I don't like the brush. It's like a little bristle brush and it's a little bit finicky to work with. However, this is so nice. It's very lightweight and it's just nice and glossy, very hydrating. You can kind of reapply it all the time and it's not gonna get too thick or too gloopy. I really like it. It's supposed to be like plumping and replenishing and stuff. I would say kind of is. My lips really liked it. It does have peach oil, hyaluronic acid, canola oil, glycerin, castor oil, all kinds of stuff. Carrot oil, I think. It smells a lot like artificial peach. Maybe it's not even that artificial. But it's very nice if you're not into like very thick lip balms. You like something a little bit more glossy and slippery. This is a very, very nice product. And then we have the Lip Care Booster Lip Butter with 10% coconut oil. Now, I hate coconut oil in skincare. However, in lip care, that's a whole different story. I love a good lip balm with coconut oil. For some reason, it just works so well on my lips and it really just stays put all night and I really like that. So this smells like coconut. This one comes in a little tube, so it's a little bit finicky because you don't have an applicator, you just have to squeeze it out somewhere. It's also supposed to be moisturizing, repairing, nourishing, plumping. I mean, all of those things are kind of true. I mean, it's a lip balm. And it does have coconut oil wax, shea butter, castor oil, glycerin, and hyaluronic acid. So you have both the very hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid and glycerin that are going to attract the moisture to the lips, but you also have things like coconut oil and shea butter that are going to like seal the lips and create that like occlusive layer so the moisture stays in. This is exactly what they are. This one is a little bit more a daytime thing for me, that I don't really want to, you know, have like coconut oil smeared all over my glasses every day, so this is what I would go for during the day, and this is a little bit more of a nighttime lip balm for me because I like something thick and heavy that I can wake up with and still kind of have on. So what did we learn from this dive into Essence skincare? So they definitely have a little bit of a different vibe than the Catrice had. Here we have a little bit more simple products, no actives, just very straightforward, mostly hydrating ingredients and stuff. You know, hydrating, calming, plumping, and glowy at max. So everything is very like harmless. You cannot really overdo it with exfoliation or stuff like that because they don't have products like that in the range. We have a nice variety of products. So you have the mists, you have serums, moisturizers, eye care, sleeping masks, all the lip care, and even the normal face masks. So I would say it's like a nice mix. If you really want to start off with skincare, you can basically just go to their display and just kind of, you know, pick one from each and you have like a nice simple routine, which I think is kind of the goal they actually had. So everyone who's like, you know, younger and starting off with skincare, this is kind of where you would go because you know the brand, you know, you kind of like them. So why wouldn't you go and try some super affordable skincare from them? At least that would be my reasoning. And it kind of was my reasoning when I was buying it. I was like, I don't need like a super expensive hyaluronic acid serum, like I know that. So why not try this one? Because it's fun and blue. Some people are also really into the natural ingredients. All of these products are vegan, so you really have like a nice wide variety of reasons why get these. And I would honestly say go and get them. If you want to try any of these products, go for it. I was way happier with these products than the Catrice ones. Here they weren't taking as big of a leap when it comes to the ingredients, but all the textures are nice, except for the moisturizer. I cannot really say that I wouldn't like any of these products because of the texture. They all work, they're all nice, they're all gonna do their part because there's nothing that would like prevent them from it. They are very simple products. Maybe just if you're sensitive to fragrance, I would keep that in mind, that all of these products are actually fragranced, except for the primer, but I do believe the primer has dimethicone in it. Yes, so that is also another thing that you should look out for. You know, as I always say, do your own research if you want to buy something. That is that. I would recommend all of these. I am using all of these currently still. It's hard to play favorites with this range in particular, but I really like the herbal mist in between my steps. I also really like the lip products, but that's not really like that difficult to make a good coconut oil lip balm, I guess. This moisturizer is truly unique, so I would definitely go for that. And then honestly, this blue serum is actually very good. Yeah, like I do like this serum as well. And I mean, I like all of the serums, to be honest, because I use them all and they just fit well in my routine, and that's really all I need. And the Deep of Eye serum I think is great. I don't think there are many eye creams like that in the drugstore. It would be like gel serum texture, but I would say they have a wide variety of products that are fairly simple, easy to combine. So if you're looking for some new, nice, fun skincare with high percentage of natural ingredients as well, I would definitely give them a shot because I feel like they deserve it, and they did this range really well, and I do really like the products. There's always going to be place in my heart for affordable drugstore products. So I hope you enjoyed this review. It was a little bit more positive than the Catrice one. Now, thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing, and if you want to see more videos of me reviewing skincare, you can check out the playlist. Yeah.